Rabbids Go Home is essentially a collectathon platformer where you play as two raving rabbits from the Rayman franchise. And it was at this point in the Rayman series that Ubisoft straight up ditched Rayman and his world in favor of these tiny, chaotic neutral creatures that make my eyes itch and Illumination cry. It's like if you took your most successful child, locked him in the basement, and you decided to adopt a kid from Alabama. Despite that, this game is a certified hood classic in a lot of people my age's eyes. But it is fascinating to me how this game hasn't been talked about that much until the 2020s rolled around. And this game has even gotten the attention of some of YouTube's best and biggest creators, including Jay Schlatt,
Sorry, you're in America, speak English.
and even some members of the VTuber community, like this little strawberry goblin here.
Why is he in underwear? That is a good question. And why is it cute underwear? Can somebody draw me as a rabbit? Please?
Ask and you shall receive.
And she actually noticed me?
Yes! Hell yeah! Hey, come on, baby! Come on! Yes! Come on! Ah!
This game had everything. Fun gameplay, great soundtrack, hilarious moments. And sometimes there's those moments that make me wonder if this is even a kid's game. This game has literally manslaughter in it, any chance that's necessary. But mostly it's not. Like this level where you're riding an airplane turbine and there are tons of these people in your way. Theoretically, it is optional to just not suck them to death.
Hey, I'm real scared there. What are you gonna do, suck me to death?
Yes!
But also this weirdly got me really into liminal spaces. Almost all of the levels have this sense of loneliness that really scratches an itch in my brain. Specifically places like the hospitals and the grocery stores and even the rooftops. And honestly, some of the music that plays in said sections usually amp the atmosphere by 5. The environments are just so simple, yet so wide. I'll just say, there's a reason why I have almost 1,000 hours in Gmod. I don't even fully know why I'm so interested in liminal spaces. It's just such a fascinating type of art form that just brings out certain emotions relating to dopamine and mostly nostalgia. You'll see me falling asleep to sleeping videos that have similar concepts. Especially this channel, shout out to them, where it's just a set piece of either a suburb or a huge field with a starry night sky and the camera lens is covered in radioactive glass. It's beautiful. And that's kind of what this game reminds me of, especially once you get a little further into the game and you visit the junkyard where the rabbits live. And there is this one specific spot I always come back to, where there's an old junk car with its headlights still on, and the radio keeps playing this in-game remix to a song called Jamaica Farewell by the late amazing Harry Belafonte, aka the guy who sung the Deo song in Beetlejuice. I love this song for multiple reasons, mostly because the song itself is very beautiful.
Down the way where the nights are gay.
Suck me to death?
And it became one of me and Summer's childhood songs when I first showed it to her. R.I.P. Bubba, you will be missed. But not only that, the shot itself is a honestly chilling yet comforting visual that I just can't believe exists in the same game. But the game itself just takes me back to the same time period where these types of out there and creative graphics and story flourished and were actually super memorable. The art style for this game is so unique in its own way that you can easily identify it if you were to see it out of context. But nowadays, every game has to be made in Unreal Engine or with these uber realistic graphics which usually look amazing. But with every game being made in Unreal Engine, that just means there's very little originality in the art department. Every single game. And there's even some cartoonish games that use semi-realism in it, which just makes it, not feel so right. Basically, where we used to have creativity in our games, now we just have a picture of a forest, or just some kind of futuristic environment in general, made in Unreal Engine 5. On a different note, though, this can also apply to why I much prefer animated movies over live-action films or just films with real people in general. But that is a topic for another day.
The actual gameplay is super unique in that you're stuck in a shopping cart, which gives you limited movements, but all the movement that you need. And the actual platforming comes from not falling or slipping off a ledge, because if you do, you're stuck and you need to go back all the way around to where you came from. But along with that, your whole goal with each and every level is grab everything you see in order to put them all into a pile. For what reason? To go up there.
Collect. And truth be told, I'm actually not that sure if collecting all these items is even necessary when all you need is the thing at the end of the level to progress forward into the game. Which means all this chaos and atrocities can be avoided if we just go for the main goal. But also, in the end of the game, spoiler, the pile gets blown up by like 1,000,000 bombs, and that's what sends the Rabbids to the moon, or sends them home, because that's just where they live, I guess. But also, does anybody think it's a coincidence that a bunch of Rabbids going to the moon is a nod to the Rabbit on the Moon? To be honest, I didn't even know about that story until I attended this Chinese New Year party at my college, and this woman showed up and showed us a video about the myth. It didn't register to me at the time, but looking back, I'm just thinking, well, that's a coinky-dink, isn't it?
Also, get this. There were actually these character, introduction featurettes that showed off the characters in the game. And there was even a short animated series, no, not that, and I totally didn't watch them all.
Rabbids can in fact piss.
That puts the Rabbids in the verified stinker tier. I mean, that really goes to show, even for back then, the bottom of the barrel really believed in themselves.
Hey! Watch it, idiot! Then hurry up!
This looks like a failed Adult Swim cartoon.
I mean, I'm not concerned. It is one of my favorite games of all time. Did I mention the music? All of the Sorry. You did not hear me voice crack.
All of the original music was made by a small Romanian band from France.
That's more diverse than a Taco Bell and KFC.
I can't find much information on the band, and all it shows on all of their pages on Google are the songs they did for the Rabbids.
This is just their legacy now, being known for making the music for these little f***ers.
However, I did find this website that looks like you could enlist them for concerts or certain events.
So if you want a Rabbids themed party, go right ahead. This is their legacy. I already mentioned Harry Belafonte, but there's also a song by a band called Boney M, which you might know for their song Rasputin. I don't know. That might just be a hot take, but I think that's just one of the most iconic songs of all time, with an equally great music video. I want to move like that guy. And it's a song called Rivers of Babylon, and it plays every time you get in an elevator. And it's also the song that got me copyright claimed on one of my streams, so thank you, Boney M. Jesus. Let me get a sippy break real quick. That should do it. There's also this song called Come Go With Me by the Dell Vikings, which usually plays when you're in one of the public areas like grocery stores. And unlike that band, I'm not going to try to pronounce that. I'm American. I can barely pronounce American words. There's possibly way too much history with this band, because look at this list of band members. And I'm pretty sure one of these guys has actually worked for modern day celebrities as well, but I'm actually not too sure, because I just feel like half of these people are fake, because how does one band go through that many people within the span of 50 years? But anyway, this song is fine. It's not one of their best in the soundtrack, but it gets in your ear sometimes. It's a little bit of an earworm. And also, when I first played TF2, I thought the pyro looked a lot like the Verminators from Rabbids. I thought the pyro was supposed to be one of the Verminators with a flamethrower. But I wouldn't really put it against the pyro if he does have these little creatures, flying around in his own little magical world in his head. And also, don't get me started on all the, animal... God, what's a money-friendly term? Fun. There's 3 separate levels where you have to kidnap the same cow over and over again. Just let him get to the Wait, that's a girl. Just let her get to the McDonald's already. She doesn't need to be thrown around like a rag doll. And the amount of dogs that... Oh, wait, shit. And also the amount of dogs that get bullied by both the Verminators and the Rabbids is insane. There's one moment where the Rabbids straight up mind f*** a dog into acting like one of them. It's terrifying. They can control your mind. Oh, and how can I forget? All the levels where you have to keep kidnapping a helpless COVID patient who you use as a triple jump inflation device to get across rooftops and Capri Sun ads. Which, yeah, that's another thing too. Capri Sun is one of the many sponsors for this game. All while a beautiful love story blooms between these two bees, Betty and Barney. I wonder where they got those names from. A love story filled with dread and terror, but still an everlasting love that is slowly getting taken away by these little creatures. But also, I'm sorry, these two guys probably don't make it by the end of the game. Because in the end, after all the Rabbids are like floating off in space, these two are also floating towards the moon, with Betty hiding inside the quarantine bubble with Barney. Meaning, if being in literal space wouldn't be enough, she would have been dead either way, because of Barney. Because he's probably contagious. We don't really know what he's going through, but it looks like it could have symptoms of Ebola, so he scares me. But in the end, I still have a lot of fun playing this game, and I find it so funny when people say this game should get a remaster, because I'm just not sure if that would go over well with modern audiences. I mean, there is Rabbids Invasion, the TV show, and yes, I did watch an unhealthy amount of it when I was a kid, and my mind went sicko mode when the Rabbids were using a shopping cart inside of a mall. That's all I needed to be happy. But overall, this show, I don't exactly think does the Rabbids justice as these, like, genuinely chaotic neutral creatures that just do whatever they want because that's what their peanut brain thinks, that go insane over the most minor of things. Okay, am I really defending this brain rot TV show for kids? Kinda, but because I think the Rabbids do have these, like, strange charm to them, like the Minions. But instead of going, banana, they go, and that just speaks to me more. But also, despite how hated these little f***ers are, the developers and writers didn't really care, because at least during that period, they really weren't afraid to go all out with these, like, strange ideas. Considering Rabbids Go Home is the only game in the Rabbids series that isn't a minigame collection. And because these guys are generally not always looked highly upon or taken seriously, it leaves a lot of room for the creators to really just go nuts and see what happens. And I'm just convinced the guys that made extra content like the featurettes didn't even ask permission from Ubisoft, and they just did it because who cares? Let's have some crazy stupid fun. They definitely weren't losing money at the time, at least compared to nowadays, because this was still the peak era of Assassin's Creed. So it just kind of seemed like a good time to experiment with the formula and make something nobody expected. I'm just saying, nobody expected to see inside their Wiimote so clearly. That absolutely raptured my mind when I was a kid. Oh, I have a little creature inside of my Wii remote. Let me kill him.
Oh my god. I don't feel bad for you.
But anyway, yeah, I'm just gonna end this video here. I was in the mood to just do something really off and different, and I finally get to don at least the first version of my mascot's outfit. And this might even be something I do for like a fan rant thing. This is where I get to dress up as my main character, my main OC, if you will. This isn't the most glorious thing ever. I bought this thing off Amazon, and I did my best attempt to give it a haircut to look as close as it could to my character. I do plan on doing more like this in the future, so if you guys enjoyed it, please hit the like button, and if you want to see more like it, just hit the subscribe button, and I greatly appreciate it. I hope to see you guys next time, and have a good day, and have a good rest of your night. Alright, see ya.